About Tanzanian women the other time. You rather prefer a Tanzanian woman to a
Hmm.
Nigerian woman. Is it because you think that Tanzanian women are more submissive,
Um,
loyal, like they don't cheat, they don't sleep around,
no, in those factors, like I said, like I can always come back to the fact, like when you put it down to Tanzanian women and Nigerian women, I would always say that Tanzanian women are more calmer women.
Yeah, calm has nothing to do with submissiveness and cheating.
Yes, it does. It does has it is.
Someone can be calm, but
Okay.
yet sleeps around.
As a Tanzanian, my Tanzanian women, of course, they're always better than my Nigerian women.
Excuse me, they are always better than Nigerian women, you said. In what way?
I think I don't know. That is just my perspective. Like I wouldn't. I don't want to throw it out there. Like, listen, I know you guys are gonna come for me. I know everyone's gonna come for me on this one.
Okay.
But I think it comes down to the culture. Like we're very different.
Okay.
Like when it comes to East Africa, we're very calm. We're very warm people. You know. We're not very feisty. I feel like the Nigerian women are very feisty.
Hello. Today, my name is Princess, and if you're meeting me for the first time, I am one of the biggest hosts for Vic Influential. And today, I'm having one of the biggest artists in the Middle East. I mean, the best in the Middle East. So I bring to you Mr. Majid. Majid,
Hi, Lucy. How are you today?
I'm good.
That was a nice introduction. Thank you for introducing me like that.
No, I'm not introducing like that because I think or I feel you're like that.
Yeah, well, I'm basically known as the first Afrobeat dancer in the whole Middle East with my crew, the Motor Dancers. We were here since 2016 in Dubai, established in the UAE. And yeah, we've been dancing around the world in this region for that amount of time. And we're well known internationally and globally as the Motor Dancers. Yeah, we're known for the viral videos on the social media platforms that you see. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here today. I want to shout out to the studio DSD for having me and you as well for making this happen.
Thank you so much. The way you said it is so cool. Now we need to prove it, okay? You might be the first or the first group or people that started Afrobeat in the Middle
Yeah.
East, but I don't know. Do you think you're the best?
Uh, when it comes to the best, there's always questions about being the best. But me in
Okay.
particular, I've never thought about being the best. I've always thought about how I can globalize and make us as a brand, mostly as a brand, because dancing is like any other artistry. Like for example, if you have an artist, they all have different genres. They sing different songs. It's the same as dancing. Like my style is different. My mood is different. So when you talk about the best, you need to be more specific. Like if you're talking about as a solo artist or as a group or as a particular dance style, then yeah, probably then there
I'll
is
go
arguments for
as
that.
Afrobeat because the Afro is taking over the world now. You can see that even the Chinese people they are doing Afro now. So I'll give it to like Afro. That's the main thing.
Like if you're talking about Afro I would say in this region, like maybe in Dubai itself, yeah, I think I confidently say that I'm the best out here because right now at this stage there's very handful of dancers in Dubai itself and in this country and when you're talking about Afro. So yeah, if
Are
you're
you
talking about that,
openly saying you're the best Afro dancer in Dubai? And anyone can,
anybody,
challenge
yeah,
you.
anybody,
Anyone can
anybody who
say
wants to
that.
challenge me on that point, it's an open challenge. Like I'm good for an open challenge. But
Because
yeah, you could say
we
that.
have a lot of good guys. We have a lot of good guys
Yeah, that's,
out
like I
there.
said,
And
there's
I
there's
don't think they're
handful
gonna
of
agree
dancers.
that you're the best.
Maybe it's okay. It's okay if they don't agree I'm the best, but it's an open challenge. I think, and I'm confident that I am.
Majid,
Yeah,
we would
tell
like to
me.
know where you're from.
So I'm born and raised in Dubai,
Okay.
but I come from Tanzania, Zanzibar to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's where I'm from. It's located in East Africa, a very small island called Zanzibar. Everybody knows each other. So yeah, I've always been in this region, and I was raised up here, and I grew up in this country. So this is more like my home than back home.
I can
But yeah,
see where the, confident come from. You're from Tanzania, yeah. I was thinking you're from South Africa. You sound like South African, like the way you talk.
yeah, Tanzania and South Africa, we kind of relate on a lot of things,
Okay.
a lot of things, even our music. Like right now, we're only copying South Africa, like Tanzanian artists. Like if you look at the industry, Diamond, Rayvani, all of our artists, they're doing I'm a piano. So we have that niche where we where we like each other in that terms, and we kind of look similar as well.
You
When I go,
kind of
when,
look
yeah,
similar, you said.
when
So,
we go,
like,
when I go to South Africa, people call me like, "Oh, you're from here. You're from South Africa. You're from South Africa,"
I
and
was
I'm like,
thinking you were from South Africa. And the first day I spoke to you on the phone, I was like, your voice is so nice.
"No,
And
but
seeing you in person, you were so handsome.
thank you for that
Has
compliment."
anyone ever told you how cute you are?
Um, yeah, it has happened, of course, before, but I don't really feed off that energy where someone tells you like you.
Of course you are. You know you are. And you have a very nice line of teeth.
Thank you so much.
It's the
Thank
first time you're hearing that too?
I
Okay.
I would say not. I don't know.
Tanzania.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to give you this question.
Okay.
As a Tanzanian, do you prefer a Nigerian woman or a Tanzanian woman?
As a Tanzanian, my Tanzanian women, of course, they're always better than my Nigerian women.
Excuse me. They are always better than Nigerian women, you said. In what way?
I don't know. That is just my perspective. Like I wouldn't. I don't want to throw it out there. Like, listen, I know you guys are gonna come for me. I know everyone's gonna come for me on this one.
Okay.
But I think it comes down to the culture. Like we're very different.
Okay.
Like when it comes to East Africa, we're very calm. We're very warm people. You know. We're not very feisty. I feel like the Nigerian women are very feisty, and they
What's
need
feisty? Like,
feisty is like they dramatic and they are heavy in those terms, like to handle them. Like Tanzanian women are more soft, more calmer, more warm and more easier to interact with. I think the Nigerian women, the culture speaks for itself. Like you need to be able to handle your women, like in terms of financial terms or in other
Okay.
terms. But when it comes to Tanzanian women, they're more like they like things like how we sing our songs. Like when you listen to bongo flavor, it's very sweet. They like how you flirt with them. They like how you recognize them in those terms. They don't really mind when it comes to the financial terms, like, oh, you need to get me this, get me that, get me that. I think the Nigerian women would rather be like, if your pockets are full, then you can be with a Nigerian woman, if I'm not mistaken.
like when you have money, you have any Nigerian woman.
I think so. I don't know. Maybe that's a stereotypical perspective.
So that's because you don't have money. That's why you don't want a Nigerian woman.
No,
Or-
I don't think it's not. No, it's not because I don't have money. It's because like I feel that that she only sees me for my values for my financial value.
Okay.
Like where is my financial stance right now, and then I could be with this type of person. They don't look at my other values, like my other qualities, like my personality, my ambition, my drive. So I think that it comes down to the cultural factor. It doesn't. That's
What else would you offer a woman if it's not financial?
There's many other
Support.
things that you can offer a woman. Like
Like
most
your
of
cuteness. No, because Nigerians are not gonna think, oh, he's very cute, so I'm just gonna be with him and I don't have food to eat. Of course, you should provide food.
No, like
for-
I'll give you an example. Like for example, like if you look at this, most of the successful people
Okay.
who've really made it out there, they've started with nothing at all, and they were with their childhood sweetheart or like say high school sweetheart, and they were there with nothing. And at that moment, their woman was there with them until they ended up being successful. So at that point, what was he able to offer her? Nothing, but he was able to offer her support, ambition,
So
Was
you
able to
mean
look at her
Tanzanian
future.
women are like easygoing? You don't need anything to afford them.
No, I think they're more. It's not about afford them and so on. Of course, women. Every other woman has their own needs that a man should attain to. But
Okay.
in terms of when you ask me which type of culture, when it comes to the Nigerian culture, it's more different than East African culture. That's why I said the women are more feisty in Nigeria compared to the ones
Or
that are
the
there. In,
attitude as well.
yeah, the
Like
attitude as
not
well.
only
Yeah,
the money.
yeah,
So
no, the
even if you
attitude as
have
well.
money, you wouldn't really go for a Nigerian girl. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, you would say something like that because probably like I wouldn't be so compatible in those standpoints of view.
Have you ever had encounter with a Nigerian girl, even just for one,
Of course,
one
I
night
have.
stand, like
No,
something?
no, none of that. But like, of course, I've encountered like spoken to Nigerian women. I've had friends, Nigerian friends
But
across
you've
this
never had anything
industry.
romantic.
No, never.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
Why? Because I heard that the Tanzanians have this culture of girls approaching
No,
guys. Girls are
girls
the one
approaching.
approaching guys,
I
and
think it's
but
both ways
commonly,
in the Tanzanian culture. Like it's both ways. Like it's more about how compatible you guys are. Well, like I said, like we're more soft spoken, we're more calm people. Uh, People interact with each other, and that's how we're able to start a relationship off of that. But in Nigeria, I feel their culture is quite different.
have you ever approached any Nigerian girl and she was not soft spoken? She was not nice. She was not.
Um,
She was rude, and she was like, "Excuse me." She was,
no, not in general. But like I said, like how their attitude wise is, like you could feel the energy from a person from when you start speaking to them. But I don't go into those other details of like of specifics like romantically and so on because I have no idea about that.
Okay. Tanzania has a population of nearly 70 million people
Yeah,
and in the second largest economy in East Africa
yeah.
after Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, compared to other African nations, Tanzania often feels quiet on the global stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one knows Tanzania like that.
Uh,
A lot of people will tell you that a lot of Nigerians will say they started hearing Tanzania after this Priscilla Ojo's,
mm-hmm.
wedding, this JP
Yeah.
wedding. Like that's when they started noticing that Tanzania is on the map. But at the end of the day, you guys are like one of the largest.
Yeah, we're the largest actually in Africa, the largest population in Africa. We're like the fourth or fifth, I think so. After first is of course Nigeria, the second comes Egypt, and then Ethiopia, and then you have the DRC Congo, and then we're like around the fifth, if I'm not mistaken, around there. But see, the thing is, our country is a huge country, and we have a lot of superstars that are recognized right now in the world. Like our artist Diamond Platinums, I know for sure. Like everyone's seen him on Young Famous African on a Netflix show, and his music as well has touched a lot of the whole world with his latest hit of Como Ça Va and so on. So I don't know why people have this narrative that Tanzanians are like are quiet. I think we're quiet in our terms of our attitude and in terms of our political stance. Like we're not vocal. The youth are not vocal, or the country people are not vocal because we're in a stable stance point. Like we don't have a lot of problems politically that are happening inside the country that goes outside, and people come up there and say like, "Oh, Tanzania, they have this, they have that," and that's has been our main reason and a main reason for us being quiet in this region. You understand, in East Africa.
So you don't feel like you people are being ignored? No
By the
one,
world, I don't think we're
or
being
you just
ignored
feel
by
like
the
you
world.
guys are just being
I think
peaceful?
no, I think we've been so peaceful, and right now we're in that stage where we're coming to that global market because at this point of view, like if you talk about Tanzania, they're all talking about going on safaris, they're all talking about going to Zanzibar to the beaches. So it's become like a very big touristic destination. And it's like the best. It's won so many awards, like for being the number one touristic destination. So we're not quiet in those terms. I think our people are quiet, not our country. Like in our global stance, it's not quiet. It's just the people are quiet within the country because we don't have any political outrage against the government. And I think we're really calm and happy in the
The way
places
you
where,
are.
yeah, there are many things, of course, that needs to be changed. Of course, there's always space for improvement, especially in my industry, like in the dance industry, and and in the artistry industry. But when it comes to terms of like the global stage, we're really coming out there. We are coming out there with athletes, with the musicians, with our culture as well.
Do you feel like there is a switch or a hate, or I don't know if it's love or related to this global recognition between Kenyans and Tanzania? What's the thing? Like, is it that you guys are jealous of the fact that Kenyans are out there? Or
No.
Kenyans are jealous of the fact that you guys are just quiet? I don't know what's the hates back to back between you guys and
Um,
Kenyans, because if you will ask me to go for a tourist, just the way you said now,
yeah,
I would
tourism.
rather
Yeah.
go to Kenya because I have places to go to Kenya for tourists than Tanzania. So what's the issue between the both of you?
So
You know,
I think I don't know. At this point right now, a lot of people would prefer Tanzania. That's what I think. But, because we've been winning awards from last year to the last 3 years. We've been winning the awards for the best touristic destination. I'm not even joking about this. You can go and check it up on YouTube, or you can go check it up
Okay.
online. But when it comes to Kenya, we don't have a love-or-hate relationship. It's just that at this point where people are talking about, it was just a period of time like where they had a political issue. We're having elections soon in our country, and the opposition party
Yes,
yeah.
that's why you people were chasing Kenyans out. I don't know. I watched it and I was surprised.
No, we're just chasing the
You know
activists out. We
why
don't have a problem with
like Africans have this nature of chasing each other away from their country.
no.
You will see South Africans chasing away Nigerians from South Africa.
Uh-huh.
You will see Ghanaians chasing away Nigerians from Ghana.
Okay.
Now you will see Tanzanian chasing away Kenyans from Tanzania. What's going on? What's the issue?
No, we don't have in terms of that terms. Like I said, Kenyans and Tanzanians, they love each other.
Okay.
We really like each other because we're always competing with each other in so many
things, even dance.
Yeah,
I saw some dance
in
battles.
dance we're competing with the artists. Kenyans will say like, "Oh, this artist is better." But of course, Tanzania music and the artistry is way bigger than the Kenyan
Only
artists.
because of Diamond, yeah.
Not because of Diamond, even Harmonize, Rayvani, Zuchu, all of our artists are much bigger than the Kenyan artists.
Okay.
If you're talking about those stunts, but when you come to some particular things like food and this background, that's where we differentiate on terms. You know, like they always say, "Oh, Kenyan food is better than Tanzania," or "This is better." Oh, we actually speak better Swahili than the Kenyans, because the Kenyans don't speak the better Swahili than Tanzanians. This is a fact. This is an open fact. Of course, everybody knows. So we're the originators. Tanzania is the originator of Swahili.
Okay.
And Swahili is the language that is spoken in almost 14 countries in Africa, and should be an African language. If there was ever a language in Africa, number one language, it would be Swahili, because a lot of countries speak this language.
And you think it will come from Tanzania? Like
Yes, because we're the ones who speak the proper Swahili.
Oh,
the
so
pure
this Swahili we're always hearing about is from you guys.
Yes,
And you
it
guys
is.
are so quiet about it.
We're quiet in terms of the country, yes, but like Kenya has political issues right now with all of the things that are happening. What happened in Tanzania was only about an activist who came to Tanzania, sorry, and was trying to do an uprising. We've never had an uprising. We never had protests.
You mean a Kenyan?
Yes, Kenyan.
Traveled down to Tanzania. And then start what?
Wanted to do an uprising against the opposition.
Uprising against?
Yeah, our president right now. And us as a nation, we don't have a problem with our president. We're happy with where we're at. You know,
maybe you just think that maybe he was bought with money to come and cut nuisance.
I really don't know about the political stance. Like, I know a little bit about what's happening. The person in who's trying to overtake the president is called Tundu Lissu. He's in jail right now, and the activists came there and they were trying to have him released so that they can start this uprising. And our countries chased them out, like, because we don't do these things.
So peaceful.
We're peaceful people. We don't need all of this.
Talking about Tanzanian women the other time, you rather prefer a Tanzanian woman to a Nigerian woman. Is it because you think that Tanzanian women are more submissive, loyal, like they don't cheat, they don't sleep around, like, you know?
No, I in those factors, like I said, like I can always come back to the fact, like when you put it down to Tanzanian women and Nigerian women, I would always say that Tanzanian women are more calmer women.
Yeah, calm has nothing to do with submissiveness and cheating.
Yes, it does. It does.
Someone can be calm, but
Okay.
yet sleeps around.
Yes, but like I said, like then her attitude wise and her personality will be easier to understand.
So even if she sleeps around, as
No,
long
you
as
would
she has a
understand her.
tank
No,
and
no. For example, you would understand her much way easier than if someone is really feisty and who has anger problems, or who is always up in your case and always here and there. It's more. It tends to cause more problems.
so the cheating is not a problem. You
No,
don't.
It's
You
not
don't.
about. It's not about. No, we're not talking about the cheating wise, we're talking about the submissiveness, right?
Yes, yeah. Someone is submissive means he doesn't cheat on her
Yeah,
husband.
but submissive can be many in many terms. It
Okay,
just
I'm
shouldn't
talking
need
about
submissive
cheating
generally. Okay, if
generally.
you're gonna talk about
Yes,
cheating,
yes.
yes, I wouldn't know because everybody's different. Everybody's
Okay.
different from each other. You can't tell me that this person is a cheater or this other person is not cheating. In those terms, it's different. But if you're talking about when it comes down to personality, that's a whole different subject. When it comes down to submissiveness, it's a whole different topic as well. Because being submissive is like just doing whatever the person asks you to do. That's called submissive. But cheating is a whole different topic in a whole different narrative also.
So submissiveness,
Explain it.
how would you, let me say, prefer Ugandan, Tanzanian, Kenyan,
How would I say?
Nigeria when it
Okay.
comes to submissiveness? How would you rank this four different
Nations?
yes.
I really don't know outside at the same time.
But at least you guys are close. Kenyans and Tanzanians and Ugandans have,
Okay, yeah. If
similar
you're gonna say like,
lifestyles.
oh yeah, similar from the East Africa, um, I don't know because I haven't been with any of those, so I
So
wouldn't.
even Kenyans are very close to you guys. So even Kenyans,
I know. Like in submissiveness. I think it would. I think from my perspective, I think it would be Tanzanian women. I
oh
think
my
so.
god, you don't want to give it out to any woman out there.
No, I think because from my point of view, I think it's more of the Tanzanian women. Like our culture is based on that.
Exclusive. You have
No,
an
no, it's not exclusiveness, but our culture is based on that.
Okay, there is this let me say just libel,
Okay.
it's not really true,
Okay.
allegedly, that Tanzanian women are easy
The label that Tanzanian women are easy.
or only attracted to foreign men, because you see most of the Tanzanian women they get married to foreigners. For example,
who?
like your guy got married to one of my girls, so
Okay.
it's like you guys don't really want to marry each other.
No, I think it's not about to marry each other. Like where I come from, it's more like Zanzibar in particular. Most of the people we like to we like to marry another person from our own tribe or our own people, like from Zanzibar itself. But in general, like Tanzanians, we're open minded. We
You
don't.
can marry anywhere.
Yeah, we're not
being
restricted.
easy,
We're
it's
never
not
been
being-
restricted.
It's not being
I don't
cheap.
think.
It's not like going around.
I don't
it's
think
like
I don't think
being
we should.
open.
I don't think we should be restricted in general. I don't think a human should be restricted to just marrying a Tanzanian person. Like
Okay.
you should go out there and explore. We're
And that's
created
why
in different
most of
nations.
your girls marry Indians.
Ah.
Because that's funny. It's like a different thing.
No, we actually Indians is part of our culture, a part of our country. Like we have we have three main people like main who make up the country of Tanzania, like the people tribes like Indian, we have the Arabs, and then we have the Africans.
So you speak Arabic?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
We have these three people in particular in our country who make up the majority of in Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar and these regions, who make up the majority of the mixes of the tribes. So these people, of course, they are more open to marrying Indians.
So do you think these Tanzanian women are open to marrying other people because the Tanzanian men don't treat them right? The Tanzanian men cheat. They marry more than 4 wives. There are baby daddies everywhere, and these ladies feel.
I think that would be Nigerian. I think that would be a Nigerian term.
Tanzanians also, just look at Diamond. You know how many kids he has.
Yeah.
Different women. So it's like maybe the men are not taking care of the women. That's why the women are open to marry outside.
I don't think so. I think, like I said, like we are made up of 3 different specific nations, like the African, Indian, and the what they call it, Arabs. So we're more open. When you come to Tanzania, you see different shades of people. So you could see a white person, like fair. You could see a dark person. You could see a mixed person. So in those terms, it makes, I think, from my perspective, it makes the person more open to um, having any looking at any other person from anywhere around the world as the same. It also plays a big factor, like those in those terms of seeing different shades of people, different varieties of people, for you to be open to marrying someone else. You understand?
So you don't think it's because your men are not treating
No,
you?
I don't think it's because of that. I just feel that it's more open. We're all more open in terms of our culture and accepting people from outside.
So you and I are here, and I'll give you an example.
Okay.
If two ladies walk in here, one is Tanzanian, one is a Nigerian, who's gonna match your energy? Who's gonna capture your heart?
Of course, of course, it will be a Tanzanian. Of course.
Come on, you're so judgmental. Like you're just judging
No,
these people.
no, but
Like
I'm
it's
not
like
judging
you don't like
because
Nigerian
wait,
girls at all.
no, because Nigerians.
Listen to the
Okay.
question. They walk into the room. You have to look at them first. You'd not even say, maybe if she's more pretty, if she's more warm. You'd not even think about it. You just said Tanzania.
Because, for example, like when we're having a conversation before coming on the set of this podcast, you said like you were like, oh, you're an Igbo man, you're a Yoruba man. So I feel that Nigerian lady would be like, oh, would rather think about it in that culture, in a cultural stance way, like, oh, you're an Igbo, or you're Yoruba, or you're Hausa. Whereas, like I said, a Tanzanian person wouldn't mind, like she'd be open to knowing a person who's from outside her country, because we don't have these tribal issues, and we're not made of these specific. We're not ordained to this specific.
Do you think Nigerians have tribal issues within themselves?
It looks like it. It looks like they would, if they, because they always say like, oh, if you're an Igbo man, oh, I wouldn't go for an Igbo man, or if you're a Yoruba man, I wouldn't go for. Yes, that's how I see things are. That's how the women speak. Like, oh, if they have different preferences,
Okay.
they would rather know where you're from first,
Okay.
then try to get to know you.
Okay.
That's just my stance of view. That's how I see, like.
That really
It might not be right. It might not be true.
I don't think we have this, I don't think we have it. Maybe.
But you guys speak a lot about, oh, Igbo men are like this, Yoruba men are like this, or this Hausa men are like this. So that means you already have a mindset about this particular stance of you.
So already, for me, anyway, I will marry from anywhere in Nigeria. I wouldn't say Igbo men like this. I was a man. I wouldn't say that. I would just take it for who he is. Just the way you said. I think
that's a different different story for
now,
what
answer my question. If a Nigerian girl and a Tanzanian girl walk in, who will match your energy? Who would you go for? Who would you look at? Who would you, like the vibe first? Who would you love? Who would you pick up? Who would you follow?
Like I said, I think I would share more cultural stance and more background with a Tanzanian lady than a Nigerian lady. So I don't know. I don't know.
You really don't like Nigerian ladies?
No, it's not about
it's
liking.
very obvious because there is nothing you've said like, okay, fine, I'll give it up to Nigerians. Okay, now I'll give you this question.
No, it's just been the narrative about between Tanzanian and Nigerian women, the Tanzanian Nigerian women, Tanzanian Nigerian women.
You always go for Tanzanians.
No, it's so why could it be like?
Okay, let's take it up from the women, and I'm gonna ask you to your industry.
Okay.
As a dancer. I know you dance all kind of songs.
Yeah.
You've been on stage with a lot of artists.
Yes.
How many international artists on stage you've been?
I cannot count, but it's been a long. I've been with a lot.
On stage with Nigerian artists?
Nigerian, yes. I've been with Techno. I've been with Davido.
On stage?
Yes, on stage.
Okay.
That was back in the first One Africa Festival in the UAE, and it was choreographed by Kathy Dance. She's a legend from Nigeria.
From Nigeria. Finally, you have something good to say about Nigeria.
Yeah, we rehearsed for 12 hours for that particular show. We did a lot of sets with different Nigerian artists like Techno, Flavor Flav, Tiwa Savage, Davido, Wizkid. So we performed for that was a long time ago. But over the years, of course, I've performed with different artists on stage.
Since you've been with them on stage and you listen to their songs,
yeah,
who would you give it up to when it comes to singing? South Africa, or Nigerian. I wouldn't even call Tanzania. When it comes to singing and
Of
dancing,
course.
I will not even put Tanzania in the lists.
Uh,
So I will put South Africa and Nigeria. What song would you like? What artist or which song or what kind of dance would you like go
like
for?
if you're coming to the Afro world and music in general, of course the first people s- okay, let me take it back. So the first when we started dancing, when we started listening to music in Africa, it used to come out of Congo. We used to
Okay,
listen to Congolese music, Dombolo and so on.
that's true.
And they're the ones who took it to Europe, like all of these OGs, Awilo, Longomba, Papa Wemba, and all of these people.
You're right.
They're the ones who took out Afro music and put it on the world stage.
Mm.
And then after, when you come to this modernized era, you're talking about, of course, Nigeria. Nigeria has the most biggest stance with Afro music in the world globally. You have so many big artists. You can't even compete with the artists who are big there, like Davido, Burna Boy,
Finally,
Rema,
finally, something good.
Wizkid.
Something good is coming up from Nigeria
Yeah,
because you trashed the
no,
women totally. Okay, for the
so
song, the
y-
artist, Nigeria.
of course, because like when dancers in general, like this, they started dancing to all of these new style of Afro music, modern era of Afro music. It had to come out from Nigeria. It had to be from Nigeria. But there's always a but. You know, there's always a but. And I'm speaking for the dancers out there. Like I feel like right now is where dancers are being appreciated. Like back then, we were never appreciated for what we
I
did.
don't think so. And
No, right now, like for example, right now the artistry of dancers are being appreciated because we enforce this on the artists.
oh, that's amazing.
uh, we brought we had platforms like social media, Instagram, TikTok, who helped us put out content out there, and it really made a very big stance for us. It made big noise for us on this global stage,
Mm.
where the artists were forced to take us in and
Mm.
you put us up there with them. I don't think like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, dancers were respected as much as how we're respected at this
Right now,
point.
okay.
Yeah, and of course, there's always room to grow. There's
Mm.
always room to grow, of course, and you need to understand one thing. Like Nigerian music is super important with the Afro world,
Okay.
and they make a lot of dance music, a lot of dance music, but most of these artists don't have dances on stage.
So where did they get these dancers from?
They don't have dancers on stage. Like right now is where they're starting to implement the dances with them on stage.
Okay.
Like if you were to look 5 years ago, Nigerian artists, they wouldn't have any dancers on stage with them.
And they would perform
Alone,
and
yes.
everything will go well.
Everything,
I
everything.
watched one video with recently Rema and one
Yeah.
dancer, Royal.
Mm-hmm.
That girl was killing it.
Yeah, but this
She
is what I'm
was-
saying. So they were
And
enforced.
everybody was focused on the dancer.
Yeah.
Like people will listen to him singing, but the girl is fire.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, like it's super important right now to have dancers with you on stage, and us as dancers, we've never been respected in those terms. So we needed to enforce our content to make it up there. We might even have more followers sometimes than most of the artists.
Yes, I noticed now.
Okay.
Especially on TikTok.
Especially on TikTok. Yeah.
For your dance is not really recognized on Facebook and YouTube
Yeah.
because it's gonna be like a copyright.
Yeah.
Because you can't post someone's
Exactly.
song.
And so,
but for the TikTok, it's like it's nice.
but that's why we've changed it for ourselves. Like now we use our own music, we make our own beats.
So you sing too.
No, we don't. We just use our own music, like the dance beats. We just
Okay.
make beats from a producer, and then you can dance.
And
dance.
do your thing.
Yeah, do I think? But a lot of other dancers have also transitioned into artistry.
Do
because
you think it's because of lack of respect for the dancers?
yes, of course, 100%,
Okay.
100%. But this is what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna take it to a global stage, like if you're gonna compare African musicians to America, entertainment in America is number one, and they all have dancers on stage. So right now, this is where they're recognizing it. There's a lot of African countries where they've been with dancers on stage always. Like for example, Cote d'Ivoire, and they're not even up there.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Cote d'Ivoire, like all of their music is based
They
on that.
cannot even dance without their
South African musicians, they always have dancers with them, like Kamumpela. and so on, and they're not even that big.
Mm.
Even Tanzania, Diamond, he's always taken his dancers from day
And what
one.
about Nigerians?
Now you have Ikena, now you have Home Bros, now you have West Side Lifestyle. All of these dancers, Tiwa Pearl, all of these dancers who have been there and have pushed the narrative out there. I think you've seen a lot of their work, like even Kiss Daniel's Booga video and all. It's choreographed by a very amazing choreographer from Nigeria called Ikena.
So who would you give the best dance? Okay, now we say the singing part we give to Nigeria. Who would you give the best dance?
The
When it
best
comes to
dancers?
dancers, are we going to give it to South Africans? Are we going to give it to Nigerians? Or
Eh,
are we going to give it to
I would give it to
Ghanaians?
I would give it to somebody who could do all, who's versatile to be able to do all the other dance styles,
So
not a particular dance. Because like if you're going to talk about Nigerians can do most of their most dances that they can do is like the legwork from Bokoli, Konto style. They don't. They're not very versatile in other dance styles like Dombolo, Congolese, and
we
all of
are. Try me.
that.
So
I
you're
would
gonna
I would give it I would give it to a versatile group of people who are able to do a lot of other
And
dance
who
styles.
are we talking about here?
It it's very interesting. This factor, like it's very interesting. A lot of people would say different things, but there's only almost two countries in my mind, uh, and it's something that very random. Cameroon,
Cameroon.
Cameroon
You
and
think
Ghana.
they're
Yeah.
very and Ghana. Cameroon and Ghana. When it comes to dance,
Yes.
Cameroon's also.
I'm telling you, Cameroon.
Cameroon's also they used to dance.
Yeah, Cameroonians. They
I've
have.
not seen
They,
them on
they
big
even have.
stage.
They have a new style called mbole, as their own type of style of dance. But Cameroonians can do it all. They can do
I have not
Kupiti
really
Kale.
noticed them. They're not even
Yeah.
noticeable anywhere.
No, there is a
Ghanaians are taking it up. And I can
Ghanaians. Yes,
say,
they're taking it up. Yes, because
Ghanaians, we will battle with them, definitely. Nigerian guys will battle with them.
Yeah.
But Cameroon,
yeah,
how did you
Cameroon.
come up with
Because
that?
I came up with that because I've been to Cameroon. We've done the opening of the African Nation Cup of Nations in Cameroon, the last one. And when I was in Cameroon, there's a lot of dancers that I've seen that I haven't
You've never
seen.
seen them.
Yeah, I haven't seen in other countries before. And they're versatile. Like what I'm talking about, they can do Kupiti Kale, they can do Nigerian style, Kontu style, they can do Afropop, Azonto, they can do Amapiano. So my way of looking at the best dancer would be how versatile he is to be able to do all
because
of these
he can
Afro
do all
dances.
these kind of things.
All the
that
Afro dance styles
would
that are
make
there.
him better. So I would love to see a Cameroonian and a Ghanaian battle this because he took it out of Nigeria totally. So I don't mind. I would like to see that kind of a competition coming out, and let's see who will be the world best when it comes to
Yeah.
dance. And then back to my question:
Okay. Who is
You're
your-
single.
I don't disclose my personal relationship and other things on camera and everything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you finally get someone,
hmm
would you want to marry a Nigerian?
Would I want to marry?
A Nigerian.
Um,
Even
why is-
if they give you for
yeah,
free
yeah.
now.
Why
like,
not? Why not? Yeah, why
I'm
not?
Nigerian. I'm the nice one. I'm one of the nice ones. Okay, now we get to another segment
Mhm.
where we need to touch hearts to hearts.
Okay.
And I would like you to be very open minded. Since you don't want to talk about your relationship, it's fine.
Okay.
I would like you to go heart to heart.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever had someone that you ever fall out with,
Mhm.
be it a guy or a girl, and maybe it was your fault, or
Mhm.
maybe it wasn't yours, but you didn't have your own time to explain your own side of the story, and your relationship fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to share an apology story to that person, be it a friend, a family member, a crew, or
Mm. I think people would see it also on over the past few years on my social media outlet and so on. I had a friend. We had one of our like this is now I'm gonna go like gonna go really personal. So I have a friend from our crew. His name is Lazio Thibault, and yeah, we had a fallout a few years ago. I think that because of that fallout, it distanced our relationship together. Uh, but he's been more than a brother to me, a part of my family, to be in general. And yeah, I think I think that in that situation that we went through, it wasn't for me in particular. It wasn't something that should have ended up in that big of a fallout, but it did. And I understand his perspective, and maybe he never understood how sorry I was, or how it affected me in those particular time in that particular time. But yeah, I think I owe him an apology on my behalf for having that fallout, and not making things up, and not coming back to make our relationship as how it used to be as before.
Do you wish to have him back like you guys used to
I
be?
think no, we're in good hands. We talk. We're still in good relationship, but we're not in that relationship that we had before compared to now. It's always like that with the fallout. I think if you have a fallout with a person, you're never going to be 100% with that person
Hmm.
before, but um, you move on, right? Life is all about moving on, and
I love your spirit right now. It's so calm.
it's you need to be positive in so many aspects. A lot of people can and cannot,
My
depending on them.
apologies for your fallout. Let me join you and apologize to your
Uh,
friend. I hope things get back together
no,
again.
it's we're in good terms, so I just feel that I needed to put it out there for him to,
I
yeah.
understand. And one more question.
Hmm.
Is there anyone that you're crushing on? Is there anyone that you want to shout out to, like a crush? Can be a male, can be a female. Since you don't want to talk about your relationship, we don't know if you're gay. So,
Oh my god. No,
so
I'm
it's
100% straight.
you're 100%
Straight.
straight.
Yeah,
Oh, I can
never.
see. So, just if you have any crush on someone,
No, not at the moment. I don't. I don't. I don't be. I'm good where I am. I'm happy with the person that is in my life. I'm happy with all of the things that is there. I'm really grateful for that. So I've never had something that I've been crushing on this person. Or I've never had that type of
I guess you're crushing on yourself. I think you have self love for yourself.
not self love for myself. Like if you'd say if I'd admire someone as an artist, probably it would be like
Tyler?
no, Arya Star.
Arya Star, finally, an Nigerian woman in your heart. Oh my God.
Arya Star.
Finally, an Nigerian woman. Oh my God. Maybe you end up marrying her. Please.
Arya Star.
Okay. Is there anyone you want to like appreciate? Say thank you for.
Yeah. There's always been two people in my life that I would always appreciate for the rest of my life, no matter what the case is.
Mm.
Is my mom, number one. My mother has always been my number one supporter, and she sacrificed a lot for me. So she's the number one person that I'd have to appreciate in every aspect in my life,
Wow.
and everything that I've been through, and everything that I've reached, and how she raised me up, and who I am today is all because of my
Your
mom.
mom is in the UAE as well?
Yes, she is.
Oh, your family, everyone is
Yeah.
here. That's why you're so cute and so happy. And of course, if your family is with you, you should be happy.
Yeah,
A lot of
and
us have not seen our parents for 5 years, 6 years.
yeah, that's yeah. Yes, my mom has been my superstar. She's my hero. I don't think anyone could ever take her spot. And the second person is Karina, the person Karina Palmero. Karina, I think you've seen her on my platforms and everywhere else.
Yeah.
She's done a lot for me in my life, and she's been there for
Is
in
she your
every moment.
sister?
Huh?
Is she your sister?
No, I have a sister. I
I
have a
was
youngest-
actually thinking maybe you're having something to do with Karina. I really followed you for long, and I was thinking maybe this is his girlfriend. I was just jealous. Mm.
But yeah, like we've been together as a whole family and everything else, and we've a lot of things have we've done for each other, and we've always supported each other in every aspect in life, and I can't be thankful for having this part of person in my life and
That's pretty
everyone.
great. Shout out to his mom and Karina. Okay, now I'd like you to tell the audience your
Mhm.
handles, social media
Yeah.
handles,
So
and what you do professionally, because some people will say they don't know you, even though you are
yeah.
the best in Dubai. So can you tell them who you are and tell
Okay.
them to follow you?
So my Instagram handle is MJ. So M the letter JEMJAY. So MJEMJAY. My TikTok handle is the same MJEMJAY1. And the YouTube handle is Motor Dancers. And what else did you ask me? What's the last thing that you asked?
It's fine. You said it all.
Yeah, I said it. Oh, yeah. So you
Yeah.
can follow me on that. And what I do as a person, I just remembered.
Yeah.
I'm a creative assistant. We usually work on very big global scale events like football opening ceremonies, the expo. I did the opening ceremony of the expo and the closing ceremony, the UAE National Day. Um, we did the whole project. So that's what I usually work on. I work on assistant choreographer for all of these big shows.
So you advise anyone to be a dancer. You sound like you have so much money, yeah?
Uh,
You know, as a Nigerian lady,
no,
I'm thinking of
I would.
money.
You
I'm
want to
like,
be
this
a
guy
dance
has money, yeah?
entrepreneur. You want to be a dance. My goal was when I started dancing was to not just to be a dancer like any other person, but was to be a brand.
Mm.
Was to brand myself as a person. Was to go out there and make this whole narrative as a person. And right now, where I see myself as being a dance entrepreneur, because I don't only dance. I do content. I I do workshops, I do classes, I
Do you do private classes?
yeah, I do all of that.
I will book you for a private
Yeah.
class. I love your nose, baby.
And yeah, so as a dance entrepreneur, like I want to have an academy in the future, and all of
Okay.
these. I have so many other goals and ambitions that I want to accomplish. At the start of it, I thought that I wanted to just be a backup dancer,
Mm.
and as you grow as a dancer, the whole narrative changes.
Changes.
Yeah, you want to achieve more and more and more and more.
I'm so happy you're thinking big, and
Hmm.
other dancers too can see that
Hmm.
even if they start small, they can get to the level
Yeah,
that you
there's
have.
always the advice that I'd give to these the younger dancers who are upcoming is that you need to always be consistent. The most important thing is about being consistent,
Mm.
staying humble, um, learning. Knowledge is key. The most important thing is gaining knowledge, because whatever you're doing, and whatever you're doing and showing, putting out there, you need to know what's the drive, where it comes from, um, what's your niche, and those small things that make up the whole bigger picture. And what I always advise you is that the room is huge.
Mm. There is
You're not
enough space
yeah,
for
for everybody.
everyone.
Yeah, it's never confined to just
What would you have to say about the ones that migrate to the UAE for work? You know, for you, you were born here, you
yeah.
live here, so I think it's easy for you to be a superstar the way you are.
Um,
But there are people that left their dreams, got to the UAE, they were thinking they were going to be a big star dancer, but they started working like cleaning jobs, securities, which would not even give them time to rehearse or, socialize and meet other people.
it-
And they had to give up their dreams and just, now watching you and they also want to be like you someday. What advice do you have for these people?
um, so this is so in particular, this is what I would say. Like, when people when they come to this region and they think about dancing or artistry, they need to understand, like, it's a conservative place. You're coming to a place where it's conservative. Of course, even me, in particular, like, to reach where I am today, it was very hard.
Mm.
Most of the people, fan base, or most of the following that I have is not from this region.
Okay.
It's internationally, it's from globally. So what I needed to do is I needed to base myself over here and then position myself globally. So if you are a dance artist coming to this region and who's just upcoming, what I advise you is to, like, keep going. Like, you need to look at the small things before looking at the bigger matter, because it's not easy. People think that you're just gonna come land in Dubai and then you're gonna just get millions of followers, or millions of a lot of money, and so on, and super easy. No, it's way harder. over here, then it is where you are, because the community is a very different community
Yeah.
when it comes to terms of dance and artistry. For them to understand what you're doing, because like what I do in particular is very different from the whole community and the
And the
whole culture
lifestyle.
over here.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Even
it's a
the way
whole
you
different.
dress is totally different from how people dress here. And you say you're born here, you
Yeah.
live here. So, the lifestyle is totally different. How can you tell these people to leave their jobs and start dancing on the streets like the way you do?
Mm.
Like most of your videos, I just see you somewhere dancing. Like,
But that's just for
how can
content.
they even do these things?
That's
Their
just for content.
managers will find them online doing these
Yeah.
things. And,
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like what I'd say is like probably if you were to do it as a hobby, if you're starting it, like you could always go find confined spaces like your
Mm.
like a studio or a place. And even if you were to do it outside, even if your manager was to quote you about it, don't let something stop you from
Stop you
chasing
from
chasing your
chasing your
dream. Yeah.
dreams. Thank you so much, Majid. Thank you so much for
Anytime.
coming. I really appreciate. I enjoyed the interview and everything. But the part that really hurts me is that you will not take a Nigerian woman over a Tanzanian woman. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Kindly follow, like, and share Vic Influential. If you're just joining this for the first time, I am Lucy, your first female host for Vic Influential. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, guys,
Thank
on
you.
this studio.